The stars shimmered over the red dunes of planet Zathor 9, where silence ruled and loneliness echoed. A small human boy named Leo, only 10 years old, stood near the crash site of his family's transport ship. They had been stranded for 3 weeks, cut off from the nearest colony, waiting for rescue that never came. His father repaired circuits by day. His mother rationed water, but Leo, restless and curious, roamed the glowing plains. One evening, while wandering beyond the light of their camp, he saw movement, a small silhouette hiding behind a cluster of crystal rocks. It wasn't human. Its skin shimmered like silver glass, and its large violet eyes glowed with sadness. The alien child didn't speak, only stared, clutching its knees. Leo felt no fear, only a strange pull in his chest. He reached into his pocket and took out a small, handmade toy spaceship he'd carved from scrap metal. A toy he'd been saving since Earth. Without a word, he placed it gently in front of the creature. The alien hesitated, trembling. Then slowly it took the toy and pressed it to its chest, a faint light flickering from within its skin. Leo smiled. He didn't know it yet, but in that small gesture, offering a toy to a lonely alien child, he had changed the fate of 2 worlds. That night, the stars above Zathor 9 began to move, as if watching what the boy had done. The next morning, Leo awoke to find strange patterns drawn in the sand around the camp, circles, lines, and symbols that pulsed faintly. His parents thought it was a trick of the wind, but Leo knew better. He ran to the same spot where he had met the alien child. The little creature was gone, but the toy spaceship was still there, glowing bright blue. When he touched it, he saw flashes in his mind. Massive warriors in silver armor, ships breaking through clouds, and a voice whispering in a language he didn't understand. That night, his father saw something unusual on the horizon, columns of light descending from the sky. The ground trembled. Leo's mother shouted for everyone to get inside the ship's hull, but Leo stood frozen, staring at the sky as hundreds of massive figures landed silently in the dust. They were tall, 8 feet at least, with armor that pulsed, like living metal and eyes that blazed with the same violet glow as the alien. Child's. In their midst, the little one stood holding the toy. Leo stepped forward slowly, his heart hammering. The alien child pointed at him, and all 500 warriors dropped to one knee, the ground shaking beneath their weight. His parents gasped in disbelief. Leo didn't know if he had saved them or doomed them all. The leader of the alien warriors approached, a towering being with crystal horns and a voice that seemed to vibrate through the air itself. "Human child," it said in a deep, melodic tone, "you have honored our kin," the alien explained. That the small child Leo had met was the last heir of the Zathorian royal line. Their people had been hunted by raiders and scattered across galaxies. When Leo offered the toy, it was seen as a sacred act, a sign of peace from another race. The toy had sent a signal to the warriors across space, calling them back to protect their young prince. Leo's father tried to explain that it had been just a toy, a child's kindness, nothing more. But the warriors did not see it that way. To them, the gesture meant alliance. The Zathorians believed that any being who offered a symbol of flight to a royal child was bound by honor and destiny. Now the warriors swore to defend Leo's family with their lives. Within hours, alien shields surrounded their wrecked ship, protecting them from radiation and storm winds. For the first time since the crash, Leo's family slept peacefully. But deep inside, Leo wondered, what if more came looking for the prince? Far above, enemy ships were already turning toward Zathor 9. 2 days later, the sky erupted with fire. Raiders, metallic beasts with red engines, descended upon Zathor 9 like vultures. They came for the prince, hoping to finish what they had started. Leo's father shouted for everyone to hide, but the Zathorian warriors moved first. In perfect silence, they spread across the dunes, forming a wall of light. Their armor opened like petals, revealing glowing cores of energy. The battle that followed was unlike anything Leo had ever imagined. Laser storms tore through the dark. Lightning surged from the alien soldiers' blades, and every strike echoed like thunder. Leo held the alien prince close, sheltering him behind a rock. The little creature looked terrified, clutching the toy ship as if it were a shield. Leo whispered, "It's okay. I'm here." For a brief second, their eyes met, and the prince's tears turned into light that wrapped around them both. When the smoke cleared, hundreds of wrecked raider ships burned in the distance. Not one Zathorian warrior had fallen. They bowed once more before Leo. His small act of kindness had not only saved a royal child, it had won a war. But the galaxy had taken notice, and peace was never meant to last. Weeks later, the human rescue fleet finally arrived at Zathor 9. They were shocked to find Leo's camp surrounded by alien warriors and strange energy fields. The commander ordered weapons ready, fearing an invasion. But before any shot could be fired, Leo walked forward with the alien prince beside him. "They're friends," he said softly. "They came because I gave him my toy." The Zathorian leader stepped forward, kneeling again. "Your child carries a heart of light," he said to Leo's parents. "Our people are indebted to him. From this day, let the stars remember the bond." Between Zathor and Earth, a bright crest appeared in the sky, a symbol of unity, glowing like two wings intertwined. Leo looked at the alien prince, who smiled and handed him back the toy spaceship, now glowing gold. "Keep it," the prince whispered in broken English. "For next time." As the Zathorians rose into their ships and vanished into the night, Leo held the toy close. Somewhere deep inside, he knew their paths would cross again, because peace born of kindness never fades. It only waits, and high above, among the stars, a golden toy ship still glowed, calling, waiting, remembering the day a human child changed the universe with a gift.